everybody, welcome back to Learning the Acoustic Guitar, part 36, picking pattern 16. This will be covering the chord progressions, ideas, and major picking patterns for my guitar meditation 36, which will be the video right before this one. It's kind of a long one, I think it's about 15 minutes. Again, I record the lessons literally right after I record the piece. But it's a lot of, again, we start off just your D major shape, strum down, then I add the pinky. I think it's probably add 9 or just some other flavor of a D major chord. So down with just your standard D major shape, down with your pinky on and I have capo on the second obviously, but add your pinky to the 5th fret of the high E, take it off, and now remove your middle finger as well from the D major shape. And then we keep our index finger planted, slide that down and go to E major. Well, I guess this would now be E, F flat major probably. Half step between E and F, capo on the second. So, I don't know. But E major shape in standard position with a capo on the second. And so, from here, throughout the piece I also have, because again I like the chords where you can strum all strings. And so, I'll strum down in one go, just like one momentum hit all the top 4, and then pluck back to the other 3. Now do the same thing, starting on the A string, strum down 4 strings, back 3. Now strum down on the bottom 4, or the high 4 tones, and then pluck back all the way to the A string. Through it sounds like this. Now that I played it back through, I actually think I did definitely down 4, up 3, down 4. Yeah, I just had a couple mishits in there as well. So we do that a lot. I have a minor shape picking pattern that I do, which is just to take the minor scale. I think A, B, so B minor. Now we've played a bunch, we've gone over a bunch. But what we do now is, let's say we're starting on the first note of the B minor scale. We're going to play that, and then now we're going to descend back to that original tone. And then the same thing, then we start with the highest frequency tone on that string, and then we ascend up to that note. Sounds like this. And we just jump that over to the next string and just jump around the A minor scale. Oops. I use that chord at all in the piece. That's just really what I'm doing there. I also do that sometimes in the major scale. So it's the same pattern, just with any 3-note string of a major or minor scale. I use a bunch of different keys. What else do I do in this one? I have another just kind of unique descending. I try to do a lot of descending slides in this one. So we'll start on the 12th fret of the low E. We'll descend 2 half steps. I forget what I did. So down 2, descend, slide, 2 slide, descend, slides, 2 whole steps. Pluck, strum again, hammer on, a whole step up, hammer on again, pull off. Sounds like this. slide back, use the basically a major scale, but slide back up on the high E now and put it together. So those are kind of pretty much the only really unique picking patterns. Getting a couple chord progressions and strumming patterns. I do use, I forget which chord structure we've covered before. Just index finger, we'll just do it on the 5th fret. Index finger on the 5th fret of the B string. Middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string. Middle finger, or index finger, ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string, and then your pinky finger on the 7th fret of the high E. And then I switch that back, and I don't know if it's an inversion, first inversion, second triad, but I just literally switch if you switch your pinky and your index finger in this chord structure, you get what is it? It's a sharp 6th chords. Sharp 6th chord. So I use those chords in there. I switch back in between them a lot. And a couple other little slides, just 2-note power chords from the major scale, and just sliding up and doing a couple licks that I've done before. And then strum I have my middle finger on the 11th fret of the D string and my index finger on the 10th fret of the G string. Just strum those 2 strings, slide down a whole step, another whole step, riff. So that's another major theme I have in there as well. Again, a lot of chord strumming, chord jamming. I think I did use, again, another structure we've covered before. I don't even remember what they're called. Probably just major 7th chords, or maybe minor 7th, I don't know. But just this structure, middle finger, index finger on the 4th fret of the B string, middle and ring fingers on the 5th fret of the D and G string, and then pinky finger on the 6th fret of the A string, and you play the middle four chords or strings, not the high or the low E. So I use those in there as well, just whenever. And then I did threw in some finger style as well. And that's just really just freestyling with your standard major and minor bar chord structures. So there you have it. Those are the major chord progressions, compositional thoughts, and picking patterns from my Guitar Meditation 36. So thank you for watching. Hope you learned something or not. See you soon.